last couple of months, there's really two big learnings. The first learning is just the power of purpose. You know, we as in our company, our purpose is health for all, hunger for none. And our contributions to society, the dependence on companies such as ours has obviously been incredible over the last couple of months. So the singular focus on our purpose, the energy that brought into the organization, the ability to really catalyze the power of all we do to our purpose has been incredible.
There are four components to a successful digital team. So I'll kind of step through each of those. So number one, I think you need to have a portion of that team that is integrated with, embedded with your brand teams or your franchise teams. You really need to have that close business partnership with the P&L holding functions of the organization, because digital does not exist in a silo. Digital does not exist solely for the purpose of doing digital. Digital exists for the purpose of driving business results, engaging with customers, driving better education of healthcare professionals, patients, payers, and ultimately contributing to health outcomes. The second component is what I'll call insight-driven design. And this is going to be kind of a broad topic, but insight-driven design, what I mean by that is both the design of customer engagement or of campaigns. So how do you know the what and the when of how to engage with a customer in a digital channel? And can you use insights, data that tells you this is the right tactic to use, this is the right channel to use, this is the right time to execute this tactic, and use those insights to guide how you actually define that engagement plan. The third piece is really about having agile and robust operations. Because the first two pieces, it's all well and good to design the best campaign or the best experiences, and it's great to have trusted business partnerships with your brand teams, but ultimately if you can't execute on it, you don't have a leg to stand on in terms of the credibility of a function that can actually bring to life all of these things that you're drawing up. It really just ends up existing in PowerPoint instead of existing in the real world, actually delivering value to customers and addressing the beliefs and behaviors of all of our different constituents. I'd say those three pieces are required to deliver value today. If you do those three things well, you will deliver value in the current quarter, in the current year. But what you'll miss, and this is what the fourth piece gets to, is you won't necessarily be delivering value 1, 2, 3 years from now. And that's why the fourth aspect, I think, of a successful digital team needs to be a test and learn mindset towards innovation and experimentation. You really need to have a portion of that digital team that is thinking about the future of our customer expectations and the future modalities to engage with them, and is starting to experiment with those things.
So the speed with which we now need to transform across the value chain has accelerated dramatically. As I built on that, I think, and before looking at individual functional areas, I think what's really important is to do that with the right mindset. And Brian talked a minute ago about the test and learn mindset. You know, I would describe that as the willingness to learn, the willingness to embrace failure, the recognition that failure is part of progress. And that is culturally actually much easier said than done, because we're all wired to succeed. And with that, have a tendency to only shoot for incremental progress and aren't ready to really lean into these big leaps that are required. And that applies to organizations, but also very much applies to us as humans and individuals. And as a short aside, you know, if you look at, for example, my personal career, and you and I, we know one another since a long time, you will know that I actually started my career with a significant failure. I founded a startup company back in the late 90s, failed, and at the time, I can tell you that didn't feel great. in hindsight, it was a real accelerant to my own personal development. And in hindsight, it helped me then to progress from there in ways that I would have otherwise not been able to. So failure is really part of progress. If I look at the different parts of the value chain, clearly upskilling and transforming our field organization and initially our sales organization is critically important. It's equipping them with new skills. It's equipping them with technology. It's giving them the confidence that they can test, experiment, and learn, and ultimately grow in their profession as we embark into this next normal. You asked specifically about the medical affairs organization. You know, in my mind, particularly the MSLs may ultimately become the tip of the spear. They may ultimately grow even further in their importance and their ability to engage with customers on their scientific questions, and equipping them with the right technology, with the right tools to have these conversations at any time from anywhere, in settings that are most desired by our customers, because not all of our customers are the same. They have different needs, they have different demands. That's what digital transformation is for me.